What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alya if you are new here. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'll be showing you how I edit my Instagram pictures. One of my best friends back home actually gave me the idea for this video, so shout out to her for helping provide YouTube content. Tons of people film videos like this, and I'm sure YouTube is very saturated with how I edit my photo type of videos. This may interest you, or you may just not give a shit at all. That's fine too. But everyone edits their photos differently, and I would say the majority of girls use several different apps when editing their photos, so I'm just gonna run you through that and we will see how it goes. Before we get into it, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. It is completely free, and if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe later, but I hope you won't. Also, do not forget to hit that little bell icon so you are always notified every time I upload. Now, without further ado, how I edit my Instagram pictures. Alya edition. So the first thing I'm going to do obviously is screen record. I don't have the good type of screen record that the iPhone has, so I will say that is definitely where Android is lacking. I have this AZ screen recorder. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my photos. I am going to select the photo that I want. One thing I want to mention is I always shoot all of my selfies in portrait mode, so that it kind of blurs the background. I just prefer it that way, especially if the background isn't ideal. So then I'm going to go and I'm going to send this to Lightroom. The next thing I'm going to do is go to the color tab and then mix and then select orange. And I like to bring the luminance down about like 7 or so, usually 7, 8 depending, just because it does add like a little bit more of a tan. If I have anything like pink or red, I might like bring up the luminance just to make it like more pink. So here I'll bring it up to 16, so then you can see before, after. And then sometimes I might go in and play with the lighting, but usually you can just do that in Facetune, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. I know, not really exciting, that's kind of all I do in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into Facetune. And usually the first thing I do is try to correct anything on my skin that I'm not super stoked about. So my skin is kind of breaking out and not happy with me. So I'm going to use the patch tool and just patch over any less than desirable breakouts. Then the next thing I do is I might smooth out or conceal certain parts of my skin. I'm just going to start by kind of like smoothing anywhere. And I don't keep the smoothness up to like 100% because that doesn't look natural, but I'll show you how I bring it down in a second. So the thing with using highlighter, like makeup highlighter, is it really accentuates your pores pretty bad. So I'm going to show you how you can fix that in a second. Thankfully, I don't have too many wrinkles yet, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. And I hate the dimple in my chin, so I always smooth that over. So then what I'm going to do once I'm satisfied with the smoothing, I'm going to bring it down to like around 70. So that's the before, that's the after. You can still see some of the texture, but it's not as extreme. So then what I might do is I might go into conceal. I don't think I really need to do conceal, but I'll just show you what it looks like. I don't always do this, especially if I have makeup on already, because I already have concealer on. But basically, you can use it on like your blemishes or your dark under eye circles, and like you can see the difference there. I don't think I'm going to use it this time because it just doesn't look right. So once I have done that, I go to eyes, and I will go to whiten and really whiten my eyes. Then I'll go to detail, and I might bring up the detail a bit. That will really just make my eyes lighter and pop more because they do tend to get really dark in photos. Then I might go to face, and I go to eyebrows, and I like to just like thicken them a little bit. You feel me? Just a tiny bit. So that's before, and that would be after. And then I take my photos at like a lower angle, like I take it like this. So it really like can sometimes accentuate my chin more than I would like. And if you know me, I don't really like my chin. I feel like I have a big chin. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes I will go to the jaw tool and like shrink it just a tiny bit. So before, after, it really doesn't do like anything, but it makes me feel better. So I'll do that. I don't really mess with the rest of the face tools. Like I never use the nose tool. I don't really ever use the lip tool. Smile, I don't use that one either, because it makes you look scary. Like, could you imagine? Never. Then I might go to the detail tool, and I like to just run it over my different like facial features. And this will really bring out your makeup and stuff like that. And then maybe I'll bring it over my freckles a tiny bit. And this is where you can have fun with it. I will do it along my cheekbone as well to make my face look a little more chiseled. And then on any jewelry I have, because that'll make it pop. So these barrettes. And then I'll do it along my hair to make it look shinier. The next thing I do is I go into the makeup tool. And I actually don't use this for makeup the way that you're supposed to. I really don't like how I have these like baby hairs growing in here that kind of like are patchy. So I'll literally go in and like fill them in. I know you can like actually apply real makeup. I've seen videos of people doing that, but I feel like that would make my scalp and like hairline break out really bad. So you can see, and then you can just bring it up to the intensity you want. So I probably do it like that. And then I like to highlight the inner corners of my eyes sometimes. I do have inner corner eyeliner kind of going on here. I could actually probably draw that inner corner eyeliner on better. If you guys want to see how you would do that. Wow, that actually worked. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that you could do that. Okay, so I guess I won't highlight the inner corners. I just gave myself some more eyeliner. Cool. So earlier I mentioned that I smooth over my highlighter because it gives me like a lot of accentuated pores. But what you can do is go back in with the makeup tool, bring it up to white or whatever color you would like, and then go to the blush tool, and then just gently kind of go over where your highlighter might be. Again, all of these steps are really extra, but I'm just showing you if I was to like full on go ham with it, what I might do. And then again, you can change the intensity. So I'd probably put it about right there. Then I would go to edit, and I always like to bring the structure up. I feel like it just makes the whole image pop. And I always bring it up to about 22. I don't know why 22, it's just like the number I like. So you can see that just really makes it pop. And then if you feel like the picture is too dark, you can always mess around with the shadows in the highlight. And another thing you can do if you don't like the color of your background or you need something to be whiter, you can actually use the whitening tool and go ahead and like brush over the background and make it white or like cool toned. I'm not going to do that for this picture because I think it looks fine, but if you have a photo where the lighting is just really yellow in the background, you don't like it, you can use the whitening tool. So that's probably it. That's the before and that's the after. It's not like too extreme. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. So here is the before and after. It isn't like too extreme, but there definitely is a little bit of difference. I obviously tweaked it a little bit. Of course, it depends on really every single photo. They're all different, so I might do different things depending on what the photo is. But I would say for the large majority of the photos, that's pretty much how I would edit them. I really don't like to mess around too much like with my face and body because I want it to be as realistic as possible. That isn't to say that I never do it. Obviously, if you have a great picture but you have like a fat roll poking out over the side of your pants, or something that's ruining the photo that makes you self-conscious, then obviously I'm gonna go ahead and like reshape that and just like poke it in a little bit. But I really try to stay away from face tuning other parts of my body to like make them look better, just because I know it's not really me. And while I might prefer my body to look that way, let's be honest, it doesn't. But again, no judgment, do whatever you want, it's your picture and like who the hell cares. So hopefully you found this video semi-entertaining. Give it a thumbs up on your way out if you want to see more like it in the future, and thank you so much for watching.